So some of you guys want to learn how to have agility when you're reaching high notes. Some of you feel like the higher you go, the less agile you become. And that's because there's certain parts of your voice that are more developed that you use more than others. So you want to stay in the mix, but you also want to work on volume control. So in a lot of my videos, I talk about volume control. So the mistake that you're making, if you're singing high and you realize, I can't do riffs and runs anymore as smooth, you want to lower the volume. So I'll give you an example. So I start off using a small amount of chord, and the more power I give it, the more volume I give it, I'm in full voice, right? So I can go from using a small amount of vocal cord to a large amount of vocal cord. Your goal is to learn how to do riffs and runs regardless of the volume that you're using. So I'm gonna do riffs in a small voice, and I'm gonna transition into full voice. And you'll notice that if you start from a very small amount, a small voice, you'll be really agile. You'll have a lot more control. You'll have that agility. I'm gonna go louder. I'm going louder and louder. I'm giving it more power. So you'll notice the more volume you give it, so the more you're using your full voice, the less agility you'll have. And that's why when you're singing a high note, if you're giving it a lot of power, you might feel like it's not as agile because you're using your full voice, okay? So you want to be able to go back, use a smaller amount of voice. So, if I use full voice when I'm singing, but when I do in full voice, it might not be as smooth. So what I want to do is I want to stay in full voice if I can with the and when I do the I want to lay off the gas pedal a little bit. So see, if I do in full voice, I might not be able to do it. I might feel like I'm hitting a wall. Eventually with time, as that muscle develops, you'll be able to do the in full voice. But for now, go back. Ease up on the gas pedal. And you'll see where you're at. You might have to do for now. Small. And then you want to try giving it a little bit more volume. And practice doing that. Practice, but never push. You never want to push where it feels uncomfortable. You want to grow that muscle, but you want to grow it naturally. But if you feel like you cannot hit those high notes and riff while you're hitting those high notes, it's because you're using too much vocal cord. So you have to learn how to work with volume control, and you need to learn. You need to start to get to know yourself. You're going to get to know yourself. You're going to get to know what your limits are and where you excel and where you're more advanced and where you're not so advanced. You're going to learn how to work with yourself, with your voice, and you're going to know, this is what I can do right now. And as you practice volume control, eventually you'll be able to do more and more and more. And the goal is to eventually sing with freedom and ease, but you got to grow that muscle. I really hope this helped. If it did, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more weekly videos. If you guys want to join my Facebook group, it's a community of singers. I'll link it in the description below. I'll link all of my social media as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.